Modern women can survive without men. They're just lazy. And it's statistically proven that women are making more money than men now. A lot of these women are. Without a doubt, they're making more money than men. And you guys consistently baby them. Baby these women. Thinking that they can't open the door for themselves. Like, really? Holding doors for them, buying them this, buying them that, taking them out on a date, and you paying for their meal when they make $100K a year or $50K a year or up. I'm just saying, you guys need to stop babying these modern women because they are making more money than men now. They're just lazy because they was taught to be lazy. Because they was taught that men owe them something, that they can't survive on their own. But they have proven themselves that they have potential. They have some sort of willpower. And they're making a lot more money than a lot of men are. Just to keep it factual. You guys need to stop babying these women. You paying for their bills, taking their kids out to eat. We're dealing with single mothers. Stop doing this. Stop babying these modern women. Stop supplying their narcissism. These women need to woman up. Because they showing you what they can do. And it's like they're rubbing it in men's face. Like, ha, ha, ha. You thought I couldn't get a degree. You thought I couldn't make over, $50K a year. They rubbing it in y'all faces. Like in plain sight. That they can't survive without men. This is the truth. I know a lot of you guys don't want to accept that. Because you've been programmed wrong. That women cannot survive without men. And that's a lie. It's all a big lie. That's what women was taught too. A lot of these women got degrees and they can. Some of these women got, working on their second house. Investing into real estate. Have extra money to invest into a lot of different stuff. Got cars. Nice cars. Cost over, $70,000. $50,000. Living by themselves. These women can't survive without men. They're just lazy. They just want a man to do the work for them. And they're just greedy. They just want to take all they can take. Because they're never, ever, ever satisfied. You guys need to stop babying these modern women. Because these modern women can't survive without men. They are just pure lazy. They're lazy at work. Why do you think these women get desk jobs? Why do you think they get that? Because they're just lazy. They don't want to work. But they can. They have the ability to work. So there's no excuses. There's no excuses. If a woman is not making enough money, there's no excuses. She have the opportunity to make enough money. Just like a man does. It's in human nature, in our nature to know how to survive. To want to survive. It's natural. It's in our nature. It's not just in a man's nature to know how to survive, but it's in a woman's too. It's like you should never been born if you don't know how to survive. If you don't know how to live. You should not have been born if you don't know how to live. These women, they know how to live. They don't need your money at all. They don't. They just want your money. Because they don't like to put in no type of effort when it comes down to dealing with men. Because men, we was taught to chase, do all the chasing. We was taught to do all the pursuing. We was taught to do all the giving, while they was taught to be narcissistic and do all the taking. We as men, we were taught that, that these women, they can't survive on their own. We was taught that. But that's not true. Women is capable of making as much money as a man is. And a lot of women are. That's what I'm telling you guys. These modern women, they still got y'all fooled. They might lie about their job. They might be making a lot of money just to see if you're going to be a simp, if you're going to pay for their meal or pay for their bills, or what you're going to do, just to smash. Is you going to spend your money? Don't spend your money, man. Save your money. These modern women can survive on their own without men. They're lazy. They're not incapable of doing that. These women getting degrees, becoming nurses, doctors, lawyers. And you guys are still babying these modern women like they can't do stuff on their own. Women have willpower too. They have that too. Just like a man, they have willpower to want to do. To want to get out. Women are very social creatures. They have that willpower. But they want us men, to put in the work for them. To do what they are capable of doing. But they want us to do it. When you're taking these women out on a date, it should be 50-50. You pay for yours, she pay for hers. That's what it should be. So you don't have to worry about her pocket watching or worrying about her trying to, see if she can spend less than you. She'll say, "Oh, I'll pay for the next one." But then the next date, it's way less money, and she gonna take you there. She gonna take you to the next date. She gonna pick the next date because she gonna pick something that's way less money. Women be counting all that. They calculate all that. They always trying to have one up on you. They always want to save more than you. So to keep that from happening, let it be 50-50. You pay for your stuff, she pay for hers. Same thing when it's going to the movies, movie night. You pay for your snacks, you pay for your ticket, she pay for hers. It'll stop all this, this bad intentions that a lot of these women have. Because these modern women, they can survive on their own. They're just lazy. That's just the truth. I'm not making this up. If a woman if she has to do, when it comes down to survival, a woman would do anything that she has to do to survive. You already know that. These women don't have no morals. They don't. They'll do whatever they have to do to survive. When it comes down to survival, they will do anything. So guys, these modern women, they are just lazy. These modern women, they're so lazy, they don't even want to show you love in a relationship. They just want you to show love. This is true. A lot of these women are like that. They just want you to spend all the money. But that's not your worth. That's not your worth. She can spend just like you can spend. That's why I tell you guys to spend your money on yourself and let her spend her money on herself. Because women items, they cost way more than men. And she gonna always try to have one up on you when it come down to the pricing. Trust me. And you just wasting money. These modern women, they can survive without men. They can. A lot of these modern women got these new cars. You know, it's telling them when the oil is, you know, low, when they need an oil change, when the tire is low. They got stuff doing, you know, technology is doing it for them. All they gotta do is just take it to the, you know, to the shop. Or put some air in the tire. They can do, a woman can do that by herself. That's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It just, we was taught as men to like baby women. We were taught that. But these modern women, they can do it all on their own. They can do it. A lot of these women are living by themselves. How many women know how to change oil, change tire? They just take it to Pep Boys or take it to, you know, Walmart to get their oil change. They can do all that. You guys need to stop babying these modern women, because these modern women, they can't survive without men. They got Cash App. You know, they got TikTok. They got all this different stuff that they can use online to survive. GoFundMe. They got all this different stuff. They have OnlyFans. And guys are paying like that. These women, they're making over enough money to pay all their bills. Way over enough. They got these simps. I forgot them. They the main ones. That's still babying these women. Thinking that these women cannot survive on their own. When they can. These modern women can. So, it's no point of you trying to prove to her that, you know, you thinking that you a man by spending your money, or there's no point of proving that. She already got simps doing that. She already got guys doing that. She should hang out with you for you. Stop spending your money on these women because you don't have to. These modern women, they have proven that they can survive without men. That they're just lazy. And they want us men to put in all the work while they do all the receiving, while we do all the giving. Because they got a lazy mindset. Man, I hope you guys got some out of this video. It's Coleman.